how to start a clothing brand in 2023. Do you want to figure out what type of clothing brand you want to make? Do you want to make like a luxury type of clothing brand? Do you want to make like a lifestyle type of clothing brand? Just figure out an idea of what type of clothing brand you want to make, and then once you figure that out, it'll be easier to create stuff or figure out what brand name you want to go with. There's a lot of people that are going with like trendy names, such as like trendy words that's going around, such as motion. But obviously you shouldn't do trendy words, because obviously a lot of other people is going to take that name. Like there's a bunch of new brands that was created in 2022 that all have boys in motion, I got motion, no motion, slow motion. So obviously you don't want to make a brand name that everybody else has, obviously, because we're going for longevity. We never want to make something short term. You want to get the bag and make sure you can keep on getting the bag. So when making a brand name, you obviously want to try to go with words or things that have deep meaning to you. What are some words that you've been saying since you were younger? Or what are some things that you typically say now on a daily basis that you really like? Or what are some words that mean a lot to you? And obviously there are a lot of websites that can generate brand names for you, but I don't typically like those because it's not coming from you. So when you're making a brand name, it's like creating a baby. This is your baby. Why would you want somebody else to name your baby, you know? So I highly suggest on taking your time. You don't have to rush. There's no rush at all. Take your time, figure out a brand name that really resonates with you and feel like it will resonate with your audience once you explain and show what it means. So creating a logo is really hard, because you want to create a simple logo, but obviously when you first start off, you don't want anything to be simple. Well, at least when I first started off, I didn't want nothing to be simple. Like when I see my brand name, KNDQND by itself, it was just so plain. I didn't know what else to do with it. You know, I wanted to make it pop more. But being simple as possible is the best, because when people see a logo, they're going to automatically know it's you. Like for instance, Nike, they have a check. Whenever you see check marks, you don't even think, because originally checks mean you finished the quiz, you did a good job, but now when people see checks, they automatically think Nike. They don't even think about school anymore, which is crazy. You got Adidas. Adidas logo is a little bit more complex, but it's still simple. All it is three stripes. That was the original Adidas logo. YouTube logo, even the YouTube logo is literally just a square with the play button. That's it. It's very simple. You want to keep your logo very simple and recognizable. When you're first starting off, you want to sketch for hours and hours and hours until you figure out that brand logo that you want to go with. And even when you feel like that brand logo is good, I highly suggest getting some suggestions or some tips from other brand owners, or if you don't know any, you may want to ask family and friends, how do you feel about this brand logo? And show them the Nike logo, like I said, and then show them your logo and say, if I make a brand with this logo, will it resonate just like the Nike logo? Or maybe I should think about it a little bit more and spend a little bit more time sketching on different designs. All right, so sketch, figure out what's going to work. All right, after you finish sketching, there are other design softwares that you can use besides the ones that you have to pay for, such as Kiddle.com. It's a free design software, and it basically provides you fonts. It also provides you different icons, logos type things, so you can just play around with it, mix and match it, and design your own logo right on spot. Okay, so Kiddle.com, you can definitely work with that. But besides that, the main design software that you're going to want to use later down in the line is obviously Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Photoshops. That will be your bread and butter, but I will go more in depth with that in another video. This is just how to start a clothing brand. All right, so once you figure out your brand logo, you want to try to figure out what colors are you going to go with. I highly suggest only using 3 colors maximum. You mainly want to choose one though, the one colorway for your brand. That way, like we said, we're building that brand identity. When people see your brand, when people see your brand logo, they automatically know what brand is that and what type of clothing brand is that. There are a few equipments that I suggest you to get. Once you have a general idea of what you're going to go with a clothing brand and you're serious about it, I highly suggest getting an iPad or a laptop. That way you can design on it and it'll be more simple. You want to knock things out as simple as possible. You want to work smarter, not harder, okay? So I highly suggest getting an iPad, tablet, or a laptop. That way you can design and download design softwares on it and it'll be more simple. Once you get your iPad and your tablet, you want to get mockups. Mockups are digital clothes that you can design on with your tablet, your iPad, or your laptop. And once you design on it, you'll be able to, change the colors, add your fonts, add your logos, add different graphic designs such as this. And it may get a little tricky. You can hire a designer to design for you, but I highly suggest you to try it on your own, just so you can get a little taste of it, because you will be having to design on your own in the future, because you will not be able to keep on affording hiring designers. And I don't suggest doing that, because that is a waste of money, and also is going to be a waste of your time, because now you have to work on his time or her time. Once you're done with it, you can post it on your Instagram story or your Instagram or your TikTok and get some feedback on it and see if people really like it. And if people do like it, that's when you Production. Now, production is very important. I speak about this in all of my videos because I am a victim of production. Production will take a large sum of your money if you're not careful with it. Okay. So production, there's two ways you could go about it. You could do manufacturing, or you could get blanks and produce the products with a local screen printer, or local embroiderer, depending, or local DTG person around the corner. It just depends on what you are trying to create. Then there's a manufacturing where you can just send the designs that you created or your designer created to a manufacturer, and it will create the garment based on what you sent them. So you have to be as specific as possible. Okay. Me personally, I highly suggest going the getting blanks route. That way it's more room for error, and also you don't have to develop tech packs and learn specs and everything. You want to keep it as simple as possible and high quality as possible with, with minimum mistakes. When you get in blanks, you don't need to know the width and the length of the t-shirt. You don't need to know how long the shoulder is. You don't need, you don't need to know the hardware that you may want to add on the garment. There's a lot of things that you need to know, and this is all stuff that goes inside of a tech pack. When you get blanks, it's already produced. You already know if you like it or not. What you should do as well, you make sure before you pick out, before you get 30 t-shirts made, you want to test out different blanks, and figure out which one you like the most and fits your brand the most. Then you get a bunch of those t-shirts and you send it to your local embroiderer or local screen printer. Send them your designs. All they do is, screen print on the design, and it's done. Simple. And now you have, now you can just sell it right away. But manufacturing, on the other hand, the pros about it is that there's less steps, basically, in a formal way, because you don't have to get blanks and then send it to your local screen printer. They basically do everything in one shot. So they'll screen print, make your neck labels, do your custom and packaging, different things like that. So it's a one-stop shop. Whereas compared to a screen printer or your embroiderer, they only do screen printing. They might not do neck logos sometimes, and they 100% do not do custom packaging unless it's a special type of a special type of print shop. Okay. So that's manufacturing. Now, once you have your products all done and everything is made, now you want to get to marketing, okay? Marketing is very important. I highly suggest making TikToks. TikToks is the #1 platform in 2023 for promoting products. The reason why is because there's something called the For You page. For You page is when you just post a video and it pops up on everybody's feed as long as it correlates with the algorithm. So if the algorithm likes your video, it'll be on a bunch of people For You page that don't follow you or never seen you or never heard about you. It'll just pop up. So it's a very easy platform to sell products. And once you get 1,000 followers, you are able to do TikTok lives. So TikTok live, once again, it'll pop up on a bunch of people different For You pages that may not follow you or does follow you, and you can just stand here like how I'm doing and just show them a bunch of different products that you have for sale, right? And now you getting a bunch of sales while you're on live, and they can see it live in action. Everything is live, so people like to see that, so that way they get comfortable. They know that you're a real brand because you are new. You could be a scammer for all they know. So yeah, marketing is very important. You want to market on TikTok. You want to market on every platform realistically, but TikTok is the #1 platform to promote on, and YouTube Shorts. Okay, YouTube Shorts is definitely good because they're trying to work with new creators to build this new system that they have, which is YouTube Shorts. So they are promoting people and they are paying people too. So you post that on your Instagram, you post that on your TikToks, whatever. This is a form of marketing. Okay, now you can decide whether to put it out because a lot of people like it, and you can use those same mock-ups and post it on your website and make it be available for purchase, which is called pre-order. Okay, so pre-order is when you don't have no product on hand, but you're selling it, but you're also telling people that this is a pre-order. You will not receive your product and however long it takes for it to produce. So I highly suggest before you even think about selling, you communicate to your local manufacturer or your local screen printer, print shop, and ask them, how long will it take to get this many shirts done? So once you figure out the time, you're able to put it on your website, 4 to 8 weeks, hypothetically speaking, right? So now when people order, they won't constantly say, where's my order? Where's my order? They won't start chargebacking, And once you get, I believe, over 10 chargebacks, your website gets locked, and any form of payments that you got coming in, any sales, they will hold it until they do further investigation. So your website is pretty much locked, and you can't do anything at that point. So you want to be very clear and concise and transparent with your customers when doing pre-order. Okay, so you're basically selling you have a digital mock-up of the design that you're creating. You give all the details of the garment and of the design and how it's going to be, what type of print you're going to use, how heavy the weight is going to be, the size chart. That way it'd be no confusion. When people order, they get it, they're happy, they're satisfied, and they want to shop with you again. Okay, so always remember, you want to make a customer always happy, even if they may be wrong. Just Make him happy, okay? Because at the end of the day, you want to keep him around for the long run. You don't want him to be a short or her to be a short time customer or one time customer. You want to make them happy and keep coming back. So now let's go into pre-made. So pre-made is when you already have the clothes on hand, able to ship very fast. So that's the pro about pre-made. You get to do fast shipping, 1 to 3 days, and customers love fast shipping. Okay, so now the cons are that you may or may not sell the item. So when you do pre-made, you just want to market your product as much as possible and then get good feedback before you get it made, because you don't want to get a bunch of clothes made and you don't have any sales coming in. So now you're just sitting in your house with a bunch of products, okay, that's not selling and it's just sitting here, okay? So make sure that your product is selling and you market it right before you do pre-made, okay? So there it is. Pre-made pros are you have the product on hand, and also you're able to do fast shipping and customers are more satisfied compared to pre-order. You don't have any product on hand, you save a bunch of money and time, right? But here's the cons. Late shipping times. They have to wait for a long period of time. Sometimes customers are not willing to wait that long. So that's really all the cons is with pre-order. And also, if you don't get as much sales as you need, you may need to refund all the orders back. Okay, so if you don't have the product on hand, so say if you come across an influencer, you won't be able to say, hey bro, like here's a hoodie. You know, like if you come across Lil Yachty, you won't be able to give him a hoodie or something, and you won't be able to take a picture in it, you know, promote your product. So now fulfillment. The most fun part about this whole business is fulfillment. When you get them orders and you're packaging, and you add in a little note saying thank you, you sending them emails, you know, you may be sending them text messages saying thank you, I hope you shop with us again, you know, add them discount codes, keep them coming back. This is the most funnest part for me because it shows how much work that you put in, and it's good results, you know, and you know, you're happy and you're satisfied. It's showing that your business is in motion and is working, right? So now you need thank you cards, you need poly mailers, you need a Rollies laser print out shipping labels. So you don't have to use a printer, and you know, it saves a bunch of time, you know, and money. So I think it's like $150 on Amazon, 100% worth it. So that is exactly how to start a clothing brand in 2023. Even though a lot of people say it's oversaturated, it is a lot of room for creativity and for things that nobody ever seen before. I'm really looking forward to seeing your creativity, and I'm hoping to see something I've never seen before, and I can't wait. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Suggest me anything you want me to make. I'm gonna do it right there, right on the spot. I'm trying to post 1 to 3 videos a week. So drop down some comments down below. Any confusions, questions, concerns, advice that you need help with. And thank you, man. Like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you on another.